cutting themselves since the time of Baal. 4,000 years ago, teenagers were cutting themselves. So when they show up and they send me a piece of paper and all they say, it's a trend, or I watch it on YouTube, or I see it on the internet, it's a trend where kids are cutting themselves. It doesn't faze me because they've been cutting themselves for 4,000 years. And only a demon-possessed person would cut themselves. If you sat here today and you cut yourself, you better get the devil out your life because he can kill you today. Only a demon-possessed man or woman would harm themselves for no other reason than how they feel. Keep reading.
When he saw Jesus from afar, he ran and worshipped him. And he cried out with a loud voice and said, "What have I to do with you, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I implore you by God that you do not torment me."
Stop there. Don't torment me. Don't torment me. You know why the Bible says to not be unequally yoked? That means that don't bond, don't fellowship, don't hang out with somebody that's not saved. Because they're going to bring you down. Because they're going to put a yoke around your neck and they're going to turn you to the wrong way. He says, don't torment me. If you are engaging in a relationship with a non-saved person, you are tormenting them. My God, that's preaching right there. You torment, you get on their nerves, you frustrate them, you anger them, and you don't even have to do nothing. Because the devil in them is tormented by the God in you. Keep reading.
For he said to him, "Come out of this man, unclean spirit." Then he asked him, "What is your name?" And he answered, saying, "My name is Legion, for we are many."
My name is Legion. You know what the word legion means? It's another word for a group of men in battle, or a group of men, a legion of men. 6,000. He was possessed by 6,000 devils. All he was one. But he was possessed by 6,000 devils. You know why sometimes women act a little schizophrenic or act a little crazy sometimes? It's because they've slept with so many men. And women take the deposit. Women take it in. Men give it out. Women take it in. Can I be real or should I stop? You want to watch a rock commercial on TV, but you can't listen to Pastor Vic talk about Arellano? And what happens is they take on the thought form of the man that they were with. And the man is schizophrenic. The man is a maniac. The man don't know how to treat you. The man don't know how to treat a woman. The man had a bad relationship with his mother, has a bad relationship with his daughter, and has a bad relationship with you. And you take on all these devils. 6,000 demons. You see what the man does is the man looks at pornography. And the man looks at magazines he shouldn't be looking at. And the man watches things and he takes in all those devils. And they fester. And he begins to compare his wife to the people in who he was watching on TV. And now he wants his wife to act like the porno star. And when the wife doesn't act like a porno star, then they get frustrated and want to leave and go somewhere else to someone who will treat them like a porn movie. And all these devils are inside of you. But I come in as an angel of light. Ooh. You know, I smell good. I take care of myself. You know, man, we can hang out with the devil. Devil. Keep reading.
Also he begged him earnestly that he would not send them out of the country. Now a large herd of swine was feeding there near the mountains. So all the demons begged him, saying, "Send us to the swine, that we may enter them." And at once Jesus gave them permission, and the unclean spirits went out and entered the swine.
Why swine? Why pigs? Why? Jews, they must have been Gentiles there, farming. Because Jews don't raise pigs. Because they're dirty. Have you ever seen a pig? That's why, you know that's why the Bible says, women, I say to women, don't throw your pearls to the swine. Don't give your good ladiness, don't give your good kindness, don't give it to a pig. Because pigs are dirty. Pigs roll around in their own feces and they enjoy it. Pigs dig in the mud. That's how they get their food. Most pigs, wild pigs dig for roots. They eat the roots. That's why they're so destructive. They don't eat the top of the grass like the lamb. See, the lamb eats the top of the grass and allows the grass to grow back again. It doesn't kill the root, but a pig goes after the root and the plant never grows again. So you can tell that a pig has been around when nothing grows. 6,000 pigs were killed that day. One for each den. Keep reading.
And the herd ran violently down the steep place into the sea and drowned in the sea.
That tells me that animals should be demon possessed. I had a chihuahua one time. This he was so demon possessed. He possessed my cat. He made my cat would run and go get mice and bring them to me like I wanted it. I'm afraid of mice. I'm afraid of mice. I would walk on the east side at 2 in the morning, worshiping a dog. But you bring a mouse to me, and all of a sudden I'm like, Lord Jesus. I will jump on my wife's shoulders if a mouse ran by right now. It's no, I would. Oh. They'll be like, Misty, this is screaming. She'll be like, no, that's big. I'll scream like a 13-year-old girl if a mouse ever ran by, because mice are from the devil with their beady little eyes and beady little hands. And they just... The cat killed so many rabbits, I had to call the police on the cat. I said, animal control. Here's like 57 rabbits. Either come get him. And the 83 rabbits, they didn't kill. Keep reading. Let's wrap this up.
So those who fed the swine fled, and they told them in the city that in the country, and they went out to the sea to see what it was that had happened. Then they came to Jesus and saw one of them who had been demon-possessed and had a legion sitting and clothed and in his right mind, and they were afraid. And those who saw it told them how it happened to him who had been demon-possessed and about the swine. Then they began to plead with him to depart from their region, and when he got into the boat, he who had been demon-possessed begged him that he might be with him. However, Jesus did not permit him, but he did say to him, "Go home to your friends and tell them what great things the Lord has done for you and how he has had compassion on you." And he departed and began to proclaim in Decapolis all that Jesus had done for him, and all that marveled.
So he said, "Don't come with me, stay home." And you know why he told the demon-possessed man to stay home? So that his family could see that he changed. He changed. You know how you can tell someone changed? They're going to talk different. Go home and talk different. You ever want to know if I've changed? Ask my wife. Don't ask me. She'll tell you. That dude's the same. No, he did. But she got, he changed. He a different man. He talked to me different. He act to me different. He be to me different. The devil's not just hell when you die, but he's real even right now. Give me a few more minutes. Let me tell you about a time that I ran into a devil. I was at the video store. Renting a video. They still even do that now. There's no video store. It was a long time ago. I was renting a VHS tape. And someone didn't rewind it. Now that's a horror. Right? Ah! Don't show the end, don't show the end. I walked in and and I saw an old friend of mine from school. His name was Jason Folks. And he's, Jason, how you doing, man? Hey, what's going on? I don't know why I get these Jersey accents. I ain't never. Hey, Jason, man, how you doing? Yeah, good, man. Anyway, I need to talk more like, you don't know my life, man. Come here. And so I said, hey, how you been, man? He said, I've been good. I said, man, I'm preaching, man. I'm in church. And I said, you know, I'm giving my testimony. And I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to pray for you. And he goes, don't pray for me. He said, I worship the devil, and I will pray to the devil for you. And then I said, don't pray for me. I got enough problems. Don't pray. Hey, don't tell the devil I was here. I'm going to go home. I'm going to pray to the devil for you. I said, I will pray for you. And then we just kind of walked around each other. Well, I was in the movie store, and boom, boom, and then we walked out, and I said, and so I went home, and I prayed, and I shut the lights off, and I was praying in my room, and the window was open, and the screen was open because it was a nice day or a nice evening, and I was laying on the side of my bed, and my desk was in my room, so I always studied there, and I began to read the Word, and I began to pray, and I began to pray for Jason Folks. And at that moment that I began to speak his name from my lips, I felt the demon spirit come in through my window and engulf my room. It got darker. And for the first time in a long time, I was afraid of the dark. I ran to the side of my wall and I started to look for the light switch to turn the light on as if a 45-watt light bulb was going to kill the demon. Right? Flashlight. If that was the case, every time we prayed, I would just put a flashlight on you. Get out. Get out. Get out. Right? And I began to feel along the wall because I was scared. I was afraid. I felt. When you feel the devil, it feels ugly. It feels scary. You're afraid. Your breathing begins to intensify. You begin to shiver and shake. It's like being able, like thinking that if I scream, nothing will come out of my mouth. Thinking that something's grabbing me and pulling me. Wondering if an arm's going to come out from under my bed and grab my feet. And I ran to the wall and I began to, and then I said, wait a minute. I'm afraid of the devil. I began to say, in the name of Jesus. I began to call that devil out. And he left through the window in which he came in. And even the room got physically brighter. It was real. 4 years ago, I sat in my basement meditating. And the devil came and sat next to me. He slurried along the walls like shadows and spiders. He looked like the movement of a snake or a lizard. And there was hundreds of them coming from every corner. Every corner. As I sat there on my couch, I watched it. I saw it. I saw them coming. And they came, and he came, and he manifested himself next to me in the form of like an alligator and a snake and a lizard, all at the same time. He looked at me. And he began to tell me what he was going to do to me. Fear. Who do you call? You can't run because fear grips you and you feel like a statue. You can't scream because your vocal cords are tight and your mouth is dry. You can't think because it's like every scary dream and every horror movie all at the same time. You begin to have thoughts of murder and suicide and anger and hatred and bitterness and despair all at the same time. It overwhelms you like a funeral. It overwhelms you like losing someone close to your heart, and you can't breathe or move, and the devil holds you